2021 is coming to an end, so it's time for us to raise a glass. To see off a mixed bag of a year and begin to look forward to 2022. And if you're a Digimon fan, 2022 is shaping up to be one of the biggest years we have seen in quite some time. Happy holidays! Welcome back to another video, everybody. Happy New Year, and if you're one of the 47% of people who are watching my videos but aren't subscribed, please do consider subscribing and hitting that bell to ring in the new year. See what I did there? I'm very funny. Like I always say, it's free and you can always unsubscribe in 2022 if you get bored of the videos. Thanks! So, 2022. An exciting year for Digimon and Digimon fans around the world. And I don't say this lightly. I really do feel like Bandai is putting a concerted effort into their Digimon reboot project into this new year, and I really think they might stick the landing. So the main thing to look forward to is Digimon Con, which will take place on February 27th, 2022 at 10 AM Japan time, containing segments that are relevant to most of the things to look forward to in Digimon in 2022, and will be available in English and Japanese, though they have said that the English segments may differ from the Japanese segments. Don't know what that means, and also sorry to everyone that doesn't speak English and Japanese, I guess. You do know there's a huge amount of South American Digimon fans, right, Bandai? I'll be reacting to the entire Digimon Con on my Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/Karn_EX. We're reacting to it over on Twitch so that Bandai doesn't lawyer my channel. Kaboom! You've been lawyered. I do also think it's kind of extra funny that Digimon Con is on Pokemon Day, probably before the Pokemon announcements, and there's just no way Bandai doesn't know that's Pokemon Day. Like, there's no way they don't know. So either Bandai has the biggest balls in the industry and is trying to one-up Pokemon, or that day is the day that we finally get the Digimon Pokemon crossover people have wanted for years. Either way, we win. Confirmed events at Digimon Con include a Digimon anime planning segment, Digimon series game information segment, Digimon Vital Bracelet series news information and special app-related planning segment, an announcement of the Digimon illustration competition winners, and special live performance from Ayumi Hamasaki, plus more. And most of this is kind of huge, although subject to change. Obviously, Digimon Ghost Game will be airing into February as far as we know, so I can't imagine a new anime will be announced here, but it's possible we'll see more news on the Digimon Adventure 02 movie that was announced at the same time as Ghost Game, as well as potentially some tidbits about the future of Digimon Ghost Game. Hell, maybe we'll even get like a movie announcement for Digimon Adventure 2020? I don't know, it's possible. The next one, Digimon series game information, is of course the juiciest. It seems incredibly likely this might be a legitimate acknowledgement of Digimon Survive after we finally got an update tweet and a bunch of countries' ratings boards rating the game in 2021. This could even potentially line up to a summer or fall 2022 release for Digimon Survive, which would be mwah, if we're extremely lucky. However, Digimon Survive is not the only Digimon game that Bandai has under their belts. It's possible we'll see news about the other 2 China-exclusive Digimon games at least possibly coming to Japan, updates on Rearise, and if they're absolutely bringing their A-game, we may even get information on the next Digimon story game, which we know has been in development, or at least pre-development, during Digimon Survive's development. We don't know if this is going to be a sequel to the highly successful Digimon Cyber Sleuth collection, or its own thing in a similar vein to how the old Digimon story games were, like Dawn and Dusk. But like I say, we know for a fact it was in pre-development during Survive's development, and may even be in active development now. However, I do think announcing a Digimon story game, which likely has things that more people are anticipating, after how successful Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory was, may take the wind out of the sails of Digimon Survive a little bit, so they may save the Digimon story announcement for after Survive releases, maybe in August for Odaiba Day? I don't know. VB news is always good. Hopefully we'll see some new DIM cards announced here, maybe even a new revision to the VB, but I doubt so soon after the release of the Digivice V we're going to be seeing a Digimon VB 2.0 just yet. The mentioning the app does make me think we're going to see some quality of life features for the Digimon VB app that it desperately needs, like a friend list function, the ability to go on raids specifically with your friends or groups of people, to host raids so other people can join you, proper PvP where you get to say, hey, you from my friend list, let's fight each other, maybe with like a team of 3 Digimon, maybe even letting us choose a couple of moves to pick from. That would be insane, I know. I'd also personally like the VB app to be able to use some more of the features that smartphones have in regards to health and fitness tracking. While I know the VB itself is supposed to be kind of the fitness component. I still think it would be good to be able to have steps tracked on your phone, you know, your active hours. Sleep is another huge thing that's super important to fitness. And while the VB is not a Fitbit, it is a Digimon VPET with some Fitbit elements, it would be nice if we could fold fitness back into the VB a little bit, because the incentives to actually use it as a fitness device kind of go down as time goes on. But I really don't see the VB app becoming anything like Pokemon Go or S-Health anytime soon. There's also the Digimon illustration campaign, which is open to people in the US and Japan. European people, South American people, we once again get left out of these things. Thanks Bandai, why? It's a really cool competition. The winners get to have their art on a card and they get paid for it, which is surprisingly rare in these types of competitions where people get artists to do stuff for free. So the fact that they're getting paid and their art on a card is kind of huge, so I'm very excited for whoever wins. And yeah, music performances are pretty standard at these kind of things. You see them a lot at DigiFest. And I believe there are also some Q&As coming up with like creatives behind Digimon, so that'll be interesting to see too. So Digimon Con is definitely our landmark event for 2022, with what it covers echoing into 2022 and beyond probably. But there are still other Digimon things to be excited about, believe it or not. First off, the card game continues to be a thundering success with new sets coming out all the time. I'm in particular looking forward to the global releases of BT8 featuring the 02 Digimon heavily and the Tamers EX02 set, because those D-Reapers look insane. The game is also introducing more bans and restrictions in mid-January to help balance the whole affair. It's also likely we'll see more anniversary Vpets coming out too. We have 20th versions of the original Digimon VPET and the DMX. X gon' give it to you, so I do feel that it's likely that we'll see some other Vpets get re-releases. Imagine if we got a Digimon Axel re-release, I can only dream. And besides that, we have possibilities that we have no idea about. We could see announcements at Digimon Con of brand new Digimon games or movies or even anime that we just never considered could be a thing. Digimon Frontier turns 20 years old in April 2022, so something for that would be amazing, although after the kind of lackluster Tamers and Savers anniversary, who knows what we'll get for that. And of course, the entire Digimon franchise turns 25 years old next year. And there are obviously the other toys to consider too. New releases in the Figurized model kit line, as well as Shodo and a bunch of others. Which could mean we're in for some really huge celebrations in 2022, again with things that we can't even think of right now. So not just 2022, but 2023 and beyond could just be insane. And finally, on a more personal note, the thing that I'm most excited for, and I hope you are too, is the Digimon community in 2022. It has been my personal honor to be supported by and get to know so many fantastic Digimon fans in 2021. From content creators making fun and engaging videos and streams to artists showing off their incredible talent, whether it be art based on the show or their own OCs, to people who are so passionate about the card games, video games, the Vpets, plus a plethora of other types of Digimon fans that run the gamut online. It is truly amazing to see. Bandai can make the most amazing shows, movie, video games, toys, but the people who keep it alive in the lulls between those releases, whether it be months or years, are you, all of you, the Digimon fans across the world. Whether you're a fan or casual viewer of this channel or have never even heard of me, you're what makes Digimon so special. I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know if I want to explore other content besides just Digimon, but I do know that right here, right now, as we say adieu to the shitty year that was 2021 and stare 2022 in the eyes, that I would have nothing, absolutely nothing, if it weren't for fans of Digimon. If it weren't for you. So thank you for making a dark year for many, to me, have a million points of light. I owe you all everything and so much more after that. So have a good New Year's Eve. Do not get too drunk if you're drinking. And I will see you next year when we go digital. And of course, this channel is nothing without the people who give their hard-earned money to support it, including my tremendous Sovereign ZDK14. Hope you have a wonderful new year, bud. Thank you so much for your incredible support of the channel. And my Dava NQG420, thank you for holding it down. Always fun to see you in the Discord. And the Digidestined, who have grown so much this year that I now have to read them off. Levi Villet, CG Law, Knight 12, Kya Jaeger, Rural Lima, NVBBX, Dresden Nova, Metallic Alec Pool, Triple D, Reese Williams, Sad Uncle Callum, and Crimson Dragon Slayer. Thank you so much, DigiDestin, for your support. It means the world. And the Tamers, JJ's Videos, Tippy, Super Janako Show YT, The Blessed Rain, Soru, Full Matt Mark, 170 Skeeth, Theo Navarro, Kenya Kubiyaki, Sam Mallow, Salmon Slayers, Seven Wolves Rule, Card Ghosty 21, Errant Harpy, and Mike McNulty. I'm sure I pronounced at least one of those wrong, but thank you so much, Tamers. And everyone in the Karn Club, Biohazard May Cry, Elysian Mobile, Finish Caesar, Quentin Quadgrass, Morning Zero, Cakes Collectibles, Nico Bazzelli, Harley, Cuckoo for Goku Puffs, Q's Mod Shop, Erodio, Ryan Brandes, Jake Hollyfield, and Combini Boy. And to everyone who supports me on Twitch, I promise I will be streaming more on Twitch in the new year. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you all so much for a wonderful year. Bye bye.